Thanks for tuning in to Red Belt Radio. The following episode is scheduled for one fall. I'm Jason, and this show is dedicated to World Wonder Ring Stardom. Today I'm covering the possibility that neither Red Belt champion Sayaka Kamitani nor challenger Tam Nakano will be retiring from Stardom. This obviously flies in the face of what we have been told since March 3rd, that the loser of Saya vs. Tam on April 27th will completely, decisively retire. The extreme arrangement for April 27th threatens to not only end the highly popular feud between Saya and Tam, not only end the ability of one wrestler to perform in Stardom, but altogether end that wrestler's career. To that I say, what if there was evidence implying that both wrestlers will continue their careers in spite of the current match stipulation? Let's go over some of the reasons we might be getting tricked by Stardom once the smoke clears. If you find these transmissions valuable, please give this a like, subscribe to the channel, or leave a comment to let me know what you think. Quick disclaimer that I'm not making any predictions here. For many fans of Stardom, it would be depressing to lose either one of these superstars. So consider this a highly potent dosage of copium for all who partake. The 5 signs that no one is retiring will appear in no particular order. And I have also included a couple of honorable mentions for good measure. Honorable mention number 1. Both wrestlers are selling tons of tickets. Saya and Tam as a main event match has resulted in December's Dream Queendom being the second biggest Stardom show of all time, and March 3rd's Korakuen Hall show being Stardom's biggest show in that venue ever. There is no reason for us to believe that Stardom would not be pressing strongly to keep both wrestlers around. If you agree with me that this company would prefer a future that involves both Saya and Tam, then we can easily envision Stardom allowing either person to stay on part-time, appear sporadically as a freelancer, be granted a long hiatus, or pretty much any arrangement that doesn't involve leaving the Stardom ring behind for eternity. With ticket sales and merch sales being a top priority, Stardom would see the benefit in making a generous compromise with either wrestler, even if they couldn't continue wrestling year-round. Honorable mention number 2. The Tam road would meet a depressing end noted by suffering and multiple tragedies. If we take the All-Star Grand Queendom stipulation at face value, and if we agree that Tam Nakano is the more likely person to be retiring, because she is, this would mean that Tam's final Grand Prix showing was an 0-6 disaster, that her final title reign ended after just 2 successful defenses, and resulted in her humiliating relinquishing of the belt to Saya, and that all of this was followed up by Tam losing to Saya 2 additional times at the March 3rd Korakuen and then at All-Star Grand Queendom in April. Is this the storybook conclusion to Tam Road Chapter 2, apparently the final chapter, that you think Tam has envisioned for herself? Maybe it is. But something about this strikes me as particularly bleak and arguably unsatisfying for those who have followed and enjoyed Tam's career. Now let's go over our 5 primary signs, again in no particular order. Number 5. Tam's storylines have not yet been completed. Tam Nakano has still never been able to defeat the icon Mayu Iwatani. She has never faced Saori Anou in Stardom, hasn't gotten Sayaka Kurara to reciprocate her PDAs, has had little interaction with Mel-tier companion Natsupoi, has yet to be matched by Mina Shirakawa, has not paid off her pinky swear to Micah, has not paid off her tension with Shuri, and seems to have more of a desire to interact with white belt champion Starlight Kid these days. Did I mention that Tam Nakano has never, ever been able to defeat the icon Mayu Iwatani? That seems a lot like something Tam would want to accomplish before walking away forever. Number 4. Saya has begun showing remorse and humanity. The finale of their March 3rd match, along with Saya's follow-up promo, along with the Cinderella press conference that involved yet another promo, all showed us the strong emotions being carried by Saya Kamitani right now. Her villainous exterior is showing more and more cracks the closer Nakano gets to retiring. Saya seems to be conflicted about what is going on, despite having suggested the April 27th match herself. If Saya was able to walk back the conditions of the March 3rd Korakuen battle, and if Saya is at all hesitant to go through with retiring Tam, we might end up with some kind of unexpected conclusion to this angle. One that doesn't involve Saya devastating Tam's career permanently. Number 3. The Cinderella winner could wish them back. With a Cosmic Angels member still in contention and 2 members of H.A.T.E still in contention for this year's Cinderella tournament, the possibility of using the tournament's wish to bring back either Saya Kamitani or Tam Nakano still exists. We've already seen Tam use her February 24th Path of Thunder wish for an unconventional request, circumventing the usual title challenge that Stardom has been known for. This might be working as foreshadowing for the Cinderella winner saving either Saya or Tam from their fate. We've also seen a previous Cinderella winner, Mirai from 2023, hold on to their wish for added dramatic effect. This would allow the Cinderella to save the retiring wrestler at just the right time without spoiling the fans beforehand. Number 2. Story-based retirements and departures are uncommon. Typically, when it comes to retirements or other deliberate withdrawals from Stardom, the company is very transparent and communicative with its fans. The wrestler or wrestlers will have some specialty shows or matches lined up, and characters relevant to their past will get the opportunity to generate some semblance of closure. Things will culminate with a farewell show that involves many opportunities to embellish a heartfelt send-off. It's hard for me to picture either Saya Kamitani or Tam Nakano wanting to skirt around this process and miss the chance to end things properly with their fans and co-workers. I guess there isn't too strong of a reason that this can't still happen, but it is curious that this retirement angle has been so strongly featured within the overall storyline between Saya and Tam. Seeing this progress within the narrative from match to match, extreme to extreme, and seeing that everything so far has been contained within the ecosystem of storytelling and character choice, it makes this path towards retirement feel slightly off when compared to many previous ones. Number 1. Fans would be relieved, not upset. Stardom in recent times has not always been straightforward with its audience and has not always been concerned with generating outcomes that align with fan expectations. For instance, President Okada tweeted on June 9th of last year something to the effect of, "The option to disband a historic unit is not something I can consider." And by the end of July, not 1 but 2 historic units, Queen's Quest and Oedo Tai, were discontinued after we had just watched one wrestler holding the Queen's Quest banner all month long, as if to try and preserve the group's legacy. But it was simply a narrative misdirect. The January 3rd dismissal of Unagi Sayaka and the March 3rd dismissal of Tam also feel like they are not altogether honest. Unagi will probably come back sometime, and Tam is still wrestling with Cosmic Angels as if nothing has changed. What's different about April 27th is that the average fan of Stardom would be happy to be lied to this time. Most people do not want a Stardom without Saya Kamitani. Most people do not want a Stardom without Tam Nakano. Of course, some people do want these things, but the current popularity of the company strongly indicates that both wrestlers are popular and appreciated. If Stardom dances around the finality of this would-be match result, a lot of their audience would hold back on presenting harsh criticism. What do you think are the strongest signs that one of these wrestlers will actually retire? What do you think are the strongest signs that the stipulation will be avoided or reversed? And how do you think the build-up to April 27th will play out from here? If you found this transmission valuable, please give this a like, subscribe to the channel, or leave a comment to let me know what you think. Thanks for listening to Red Belt Radio.